That was just such an unserious response, the Prime Minister said. Keir Starmer torched KemiBadenoch over her attacks on the EU deal this afternoon by claiming her party is facing a descent into the abyss. The Prime Minister has claimed his new agreement, which ensure closer ties with the bloc, will be good for our jobs, good for our bills and good for our borders. The deal came hard on the heels with similar trade tie-ups with India and America, which have been announced in the past 2 weeks. But Badenoch tried to attack the Prime Minister over the deal in the Commons this afternoon, claiming his hat-trick of deals are really own goals. The Tory leader continued, the Prime Minister can dress it up as much as he wants, but he has failed. It is bad for bills, it is bad for jobs and it is bad for borders. This is not a deal made for Britain. This is a deal made for Labour's PR to show them on the world stage, but it is a stitch-up for our country for their short-term headlines. She accused him of giving away British fisheries for almost nothing, paying the EU to abide by the bloc's farming laws and shackling the UK to the EU's energy system. She concluded, Mr. Speaker, in government, details matter and so does honesty. But the Prime Minister struck back, saying, oh dear. That was just such an unserious response. At this point, Shadow Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster Alex Burkhart, sat next to Badenoch, stuck out his tongue at Starmer. But PM continued to tear into the Tory leader, saying, she is against every single deal. She is the only ex-Trade Secretary who is against every single deal. This deal has been welcomed broadly because they're good deals. They're lost into a descent into the abyss. They used to be a proud party of trading agreements, but they have slid off into the abyss. He said, there are members of the party opposite who I think are ashamed by the response of the leader of the opposition, and know very well these are good deals that should be supported. Starmer claimed there are a number of Tory MPs who have voiced their support for the deal too, adding, you know who they are. He also included attacks on Badenoch, Liberal Democrat said Davey, and Reform UK's Nigel Farage in his initial statement. The PM said, I wonder whether that long list of businesses coming out to support this deal will temper the reaction of the leader of the opposition in her response. But then again, for weeks now, she has been dismissive of the benefits of any trade deal, in defiance, frankly, of her party's history. But it's not just them. It's also the member for Clacton, Farage, who's not here, and the member for Kingston, Davey, who've both shown in their own ways that their parties simply do not get that if your whole approach to our allies is about striking a pose, then you don't get to strike a deal. Starmer was not the only one to attack the Conservatives' take on the EU deal either. Davey said hearing her criticisms over the deal is comparable to listening to a backseat driver who previously crashed the car.